Hey everyone, Warwick's here, back with Halloween month. This is going to be the last video for Halloween month that we do Oogie Boogie from Voice Play. I've done a number of things from Voice Play this month, from Ghost Riders in the Sky. We did Hide and Seek a couple of weeks ago, which is very cool. But overall, like, Voice Play's just got some really cool Halloween stuff going out there. So overall, like, you know, I love me some Voice Play. They're my favorite acapella group out there right now. Bass Gang's close second. But we're going to get into this particular video. This is from, let's see, when was this released? I think it was last year, 2019. So about 3 years ago now at this point. So this is well before Caesar. This is when Earl was still part of Voice Play. And it's Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I've had this recommended by many of you, so we're going to go through there. So for those of you back to the channel, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Those new to the channel, welcome, and thank you very much for joining me in this little exploration of just fun acapella music. For those of you not aware of who I am not a professional musician. I'm just a guy who really loves music, have a keen eye for detail, and tries to look at things from both a visual and musical perspective. I'm not a guy that's really great with technique, so if you're looking for like note identification, or you're looking for the specific techniques being used, whether it's chest fry, subharmonics for like basses, or you're getting into head voice, stuff like that, I'm not going to be your person for that. There are some other creators that I strongly recommend that can get well more in depth with the sort of actual technique and how those things are done. The four that I always recommend: Maggie Does Music, Peter Barber of the Bass Gang, Mortius, as well as the Charismatic Voice. I'm sure there's other creators out there as well. Those are the four that I always enjoy watching personally. So if you want more sort of technical aspects of it, I'd recommend them. If you just want someone that has kind of a decent broad grasp of what's going on and just likes to nerd out about this stuff, I'm your guy. All right. So I don't really say this in as many videos as I should. I should say them in all of them because it's just been proven to do this. But like, share, subscribe, guys. You know the drill. It's a YouTube video. You're gonna hear it. It actually does help. The amazing thing is that, like, if I look at my analytics, something like 95% of the videos, people that watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy these reaction videos, you find out yourself, you're watching them every week, just check real quick for me. Just go down that way, right down that way, and check the subscribe button. Make sure it's clicked. If it's not, go ahead and click it. I mean, I know that you might only be here for my reaction covers. I know I do a lot of stuff around World of Warcraft as well. I've got a few videos out. My streams are out on that as well. You can ignore those and just focus on personalized settings for my reaction type videos. That sort of stuff is always there for you, so check that out. All right, that's enough of me begging for clout, begging for subscribers. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, format for this, I've never seen this. I've been extremely disciplined about not watching this video. I said back in like June or July that I was going to cover this in October, and since then I've been a very good boy and not watched this video as much as I've wanted to. And so we are going to dig into this. We're going to watch it through in full. You're going to get my honest reaction to everything. If you don't want my big old mug and chair covering the bottom left corner of your screen, I definitely recommend going and watching the original, linked in the description below, and then coming back to this video so you can watch me be a goofus in this video. After the reaction is done and I kind of collect myself, we're going to go back in and kind of dig in deeper. We're going to do a lot more pausing, talk about things that I think are really cool, both visually and musically, going on in the video. So I've only ever kept one Voice Play cover that I've done under 30 minutes, and that was actually Hide and Seek. Rest of them have been over 30 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it to around 30 minutes or less. We'll see if I fail. I'm only 1 for 3 right now. Which in baseball is great. Everywhere else, not so much. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Oogie Boogie from The Night Before Christmas by Voice Play.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy.
He thinks he's ugly.
I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song. Whoa, whoa, whoa. just cook a special batch of steak and spider stew.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice?
A roly-poly Santa Claus.
To add a little spice. Release me now, you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
When someone shut this up,
I'm drowning in my tears.
it's funny.
I'm laughing.
You really are too much.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it!
The sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air.
Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair.
It's much more fun, I must confess.
With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
You have finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere. The Oogie Boogie Man. Oogie Boogie
All right. Also featured Jadon, apparently. I forgot about that. He was in this group around that time. Let's see. Yeah, Earl is tenor 1, Ellie is tenor 2, Jadon baritone, Jeff bass, Lance time. Who was Santa? Was that Earl? Also being Santa? It's really cool. So let's real quick give credit for the credits that they put here, because I want to share those. I think it's important. Of course, Danny Elfman wrote the original stuff from Nightmare Before Christmas. Of course, Santa Claus as well as Pasquale Palazzolo. So interesting there. Of course, Reinstein did the arrangement. Frank Garamia on set design. Rick Underwood, as you can tell, has been with this guys for a long time on makeup. Lane Ellie, of course, did the lighting, which we know he does. Kenny Beaumont on camera. Costuming was Buju Designs. Shout outs to them. Of course, Jeff's wife, Kathy Castellucci, the PM. Ed Boyer, longtime mixer for this group. And then they had some production assistants on here as well. It was actually filmed at Full Sail. So this is really cool. So I know Full Sail University because I'm a wrestling fan. NXT for WWE was there for a long time. And this is actually really cool because Full Sail University is essentially like a TV production university. And so a lot of these students right here, or these guys are all, basically we're all students that are trying to like get their break into the businesses in some sort of fashion and way. So you have guys like cameramen, a lot of the cameramen and the production assistants and the staff that are being done for those WWE shows were also, you know, it's a way for them to add like actual work to their resumes so that they can say that, yeah, they went to college and stuff, but they still came out and have some work that they can kind of show on their resumes to help them get their career started. I imagine they did this a lot with Full Sail University as well. With these production assistants, a lot of them, I imagine, were probably students that are able to put this on their resumes to help them get their careers kickstarted. So this is very, very cool. I'm really glad that Voice Play did this. Overall, of course, they thank all their patrons that they had at that time. So yeah, I think that's really cool that they actually worked at Full Sail University on this and allowed some of the students to be on site as production assistants and things like that. Kind of give it like a full scale music video type production. So just very cool. As for the song, I see why you guys recommended that to me. You know, I hinted at in the hide and seek video that I know Jeff had done some like more voice character work almost. I didn't realize that he did this much of it. And some really, really cool stuff from Jaina and Earl and Ellie on the other side, and of course Lane on the drums. So just very, very cool song. Like I'm really glad that I listened to that. Of course, that dragon roar at the end of whatever it is. I'm gonna guess, let's see, E1, E sharp 1, or E flat 1, E or E flat 1. That's my guess. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below. That's my guess. Remember, I'm not good at identifying notes. I'm just guessing here. All right, so let's go ahead, and if you're here for the reaction, that's the end of it, guys. 10-minute video or so for you, so appreciate you joining me. For those of you that want to get nerdy with it, let's get going. Just very standard beginning from Danny, with Danny Elfman. That's how the original, if I recall correctly. It's been a long time since I heard the original Oogie Boogie. Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my my stepdaughter's favorite song. Or maybe she's my stepdaughter, but I'm not married to her biological mom anymore. Whatever, she's still daughter. Yeah, my daughter's favorite movie of all time, I think. Very nice start, and then of course we're gonna get Jeff with the character work. I think this came out first, but like you saw a little bit of this voice in 16 Tons, which I'll eventually review. I'll get there to it. It's one of my favorites that Jeff has done. With Well, Bless My Soul. You're hearing that a lot of that influence here with this voice as well, which is very, very cool.
Well, 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 what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be.
Love the background text. Of course, obviously we focus on Jeff because he's being over the top fun. But I love the background stuff that's going on with Earl, Ellie, and Jaden. Just this little doot doot, and then the harmonies on. It's really cool stuff.
I can't believe my eyes. You're joking.
I like that can't believe my eyes. Instead of resolving it the first time, they go back and do it a second time. Really, really cool.
Me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first.
I like that sinisterness that Jeff had to do his voice there on If I Don't Die Laughing First. Just really cool.
Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
So I love the background stuff that's going on here. Obviously, I know a lot of the focus is on Jeff. Normally, I would focus a lot on Jeff because he's doing a really fun, interesting mix of like voice acting and character work along with good melodic singing and kind of like that baritone range dropping down into the higher bass range. But the background work that these other three guys are doing is just really adding some fun texture to this song. Of course, Lane's beatboxing. We know it's always great. It's Lane. He's fantastic. No crazy drops, no crazy breakdowns in this video that at least I heard on the first listen through. Nothing like his Dream On or that he got in Running Up That Hill or even an Enemy. Like none of those crazy like, hey, I'm gonna show you that I'm swallowed a bass kit as a baby. Like none of those types of moments, but like he just does a really solid job of keeping things moving in the right direction. But the background text here is what I think is the most important thing because it's adding like this really fun character to the really fun character. And I'm pointing at the screen. Really fun character in Jeff Castellucci, and that's playing Mr. Oogie Boogie here. So let's go back a little bit more and let's really focus on the background stuff and listen to what Earl, Jaden, and Ellie are doing because I think it's just really, really intelligent arrangement work here by Lane.
Trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman.
Bass C2, I think there. Boogeyman.
If you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
You know me, I love me some call and response. We're getting it right here. The best and purest form of it. You can even see Jeff waiting for the response by doing this with his ears. Look, leaning over to Lane. He's kind of doing the growly wow type thing. God, oh, just love call and response. It just adds so much flavor to music. Should be used more often, but not overdone. It's easy to overdo call and response, but please artists use it more.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spider stew.
When did he put that in his mouth?
I might just cook a special batch of steak.
Okay, done during the cut to Santa. That makes sense. So these three guys right here don't get a lot of time to feature because, of course, Jeff is Oogie Boogie is the kind of the main focus. But little parts that these guys get, they're killing, and they're doing it with great character work, obviously great harmonizing and singing. But like these guys are just doing a fantastic job of adding to the kind of over the topness that is this video. I don't think it's as successful without these three guys doing what they're doing here, and just fantastic stuff. So I just want to come back and listen to it one more time and really kind of pay attention to the way these guys harmonize with double tenor and a baritone and J-Nun. Like just really, really cool stuff. Really like the baritone section there. I know that J-Nun gone. Caesar kind of fills in that tenor baritone role now with voice play, but sometimes it's just good to have a baritone sitting around. It's kind of what makes Home Free work really well, is to have Chance as their baritone, you know, with Rob and Austin kind of as their upper range, but Chance and Tim, of course, adding that low end to it. But Chance just kind of fills out that middle really well as a guy that can go baritone down into bass, and even goes up into tenor when he needs to. So like having that type of flexibility in your group, I think just really adds some nice depth to the way that your harmonies can work. Voice play, I think, does a good job with it with just the five guys that they have right now. With Caesar, Ellie, Caesar, Ellie, Lane, there's only four of them right now, but Caesar, Ellie, Lane, and Jeff. Then Lane can also get into the baritone sections when he needs to, when he's not beatboxing. But J-Nun's inclusion in this video, adding that baritone, just adds that little extra layer to these harmonies that Earl and Ellie are doing, and it's just really, really nice. And it just adds like this depth that can sometimes be missing from voice plays covers, just having that baritone always there. But you know, obviously I've loved everything voice play has put out basically since Caesar joined, so clearly they're doing something right. Who was the very top one there? Was that Earl? I think it was Earl.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spiders.
And again, the backgrounds, kind of doing the backgrounds. I might just cook a special batch. Listen.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spiders too.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
And Lane previewing us his character work 3 years before we really saw it shine in Hide and Seek. It's long-term storytelling, folks.
Release me now, or you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't.
So this fixing with the strobe lights in their mouths, I know obviously they're not singing this section because they're just trying to like mimic it. Just adds a really nice visual. The red light, of course, add that sort of sinister and maliciousness to this song from a visual perspective. Really, really fun stuff. You know, they've done a lot of over-the-top kind of voice acting, or not voice acting, but over-the-top body languages and facial expressions and stuff like that. And now we're kind of getting into something a little bit different, in that it went from being kind of a joyful scary to like a, oh, this is what we're doing. So yeah, we're adding that in. I'm going to move the mic a little bit closer because I noticed I'm always leaning this way. I don't like that. I'm going to sit up straight. But this is kind of like the first incarnation of Jeff going full dragon. And then, of course, we hit that note at the end.
Can't believe my ears.
Ooh, wait a second. I didn't hear that the first time. Let's listen to the... Boom. What is Jeff doing on the bottom there? He's doing something. Let me listen to it.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
Ooh. Is that a growl that he was doing? And what note? Please tell me.
Drowning in my tears.
I like the little reverb added. I'm assuming that was done post-production. In tears, of course, water, you know, adds that little reverb. So let's go back and listen to all of that one more time here. And then I'll move on because I've been interrupting it a lot. And this is just a cool section. We should hear it in full again.
Come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
Would someone shut this up?
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny.
I'm laughing. You really are too much.
And now with
Again, all the character work that they're doing. You really are too much. And that's all he was really doing. Just funny stuff.
your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it.
One of the best lines from that movie. It's like when people ask me, what do I do? And I always tell them I do my best. That's what we're doing here. What are you doing? What are you going to do? I'm doing my best. I love that line. It is so good. Really nice harmonies on the woes. Let's listen to it one more time.
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it.
Kind of doing that like almost cat-like noise. I want to know. I think that was Janon doing it because it sounded low enough that it was in the Janon range. Adds a really nice color to that chord. It's really, really cool stuff. I really like that. Of course, Ellie and Earl at the very top. Oh, that was Ellie doing that. Is that what I saw?
My stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it.
Ooh, that was really nice to have Ellie do that. I didn't expect that to be Ellie. I thought it was Janon. That's really cool. Really fun stuff there. Of course, Jeff showing off the high range because it's Jeff. If you've watched any of his solo project, you know he can do that. It's just nice to see it in a voice play cover, especially exposed like that.
Much more fun, I must confess. With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are recomprehending the possession that you're in.
Is that Janon doing the low voice on that? Hard to tell because he didn't show up on screen, whereas Ellie did. So it could have been Ellie, could have been Janon. Either way, it was really nice to have that little contrast in voice. Kind of adds like strange way it sounds like surround sound quality because I think one was in the left ear, one was in the right ear on these headphones. Let me listen one more time.
You are recomprehending the possession that you're in.
Yeah, one was in the left ear. The high voice was in my left ear. Low note in the right ear. I think it was Ellie doing the lower portion, but wouldn't surprise me if it was Janon. But either way, really cool. Adding that surround sound texture. Playing left to right in the ears on good headphones is always a really fun thing to do because it just kind of keeps your ears perked up in a way versus everything kind of being center. Just like that little, again, little touch of editing and audio mixing. That was well done.
Oh, bless. You have finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere. The Oogie Boogie Man.
Before we get into the last note, love the look from Ellie there at the end, kind of really giving that sinisterness to it again. Really, really well done on the high harmonies, and of course Jeff getting into probably some of the higher notes that he's gotten into, and doing it with like really strong belt quality. Well done, Jeff. And of course, what I think is either E or E flat 1 at the end. Yeah, that's a thing that he does, and that's just, I've listened to enough Jeff that I know that I shouldn't be surprised with how low he can get. I mean, he did a freaking B0 in the Halo theme, so yeah. Still, every time though, you're just like, ooh, little chill when I hear that. Overall, yeah, this is great, man. I appreciate you guys if you stuck around with me toward the end. That's the end of the deep dive on this. Very, very cool stuff. I really, really enjoyed that quite a bit. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed watching this and sharing it with you guys. Until the next video, I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. You're having fun. You're listening to some great music out there. And I will see you all in the next video.